Hello guys, my name is Deep Turing Lepcha and I would like to welcome you to the short video tutorials. In this video, we're going to just talk about the running configuration, which is also known as a RAM configuration. That means whatever you type in the router, it's going to be saved temporarily in your running configuration. That means in RAM. So let's see how you can actually verify the configuration within the RAM. I'm going to open up my console secure CRT. I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm in user exit mode. I'm just going to use the command show running running config. So that means I'm actually trying to view the contents that has been defined in the RAM for now. I have configured nothing in this router. It's just like a device with the factory settings, right? So I'm just going to hit enter, and there it shows you if the spelling is wrong, that means it's not going to show. And other than that, if you wanted to know about whether the running configuration actually can be seen in this mode or not, let's see. Show RU question mark, that means not recognized. So that means RAM configuration cannot be viewed from user exit mode. So that means you need to go to another mode, which is also known as privilege exit mode. To get the access of privilege exit mode, you need to type enable. So enable, and then just hit enter. Now you are in privilege mode. That you could see the mode. This was the credit sign, and this is having the hash value. So that means now you are in privilege mode. In privilege mode, let's see whether we can actually see the RAM contents or not. Show running config, right? Hit enter. That means that brings you out with the running configuration. That means the RAM configuration. Now there you can see these are the default variables that are being assigned on a router. By default, the router name is router, right? If I'm going to change the router name, that means it's going to be reflected on running configuration mode. That means the RAM. So these are the things that are actually available in the RAM, and then these are the default values, such as I have got two interfaces in this router, and then let's say that shutdown. That means by default the interfaces of the router are in shutdown mode. That means in turned off mode. You need to turn it on manually when you assign IP address on those interfaces. So I have got two interfaces in this router because I'm using 1841, and then it has 100 Mbps of speed because it's been referred by fast Ethernet. If it was written as Ethernet, that means it will be having 10 Mbps of speed. If it has gigabit Ethernet, that means it's going to have maybe 1000 Mbps or maybe 10,000 Mbps of speed. So for now my interface is of 100 Mbps, and then if I'm going to hit space, that means I'm going to see more details within the running configuration than within the RAM. IP HTTP server, alright. So no IP HTTP secure server. That means by default port number 80 is turned on, and then port number 443 for HTTPS services are turned off because it's actually saying no. Control plane, just skip that. I'm going to make you understand later on. The thing is that based upon the control plane, line console 0, that means whenever you're going to actually specify some kind of password based upon the console port, you have to go within the line console. So the configuration based upon the console cable or console port. Line auxiliary, that means based upon the auxiliary port. If you want to define any type of configuration, you can go within that line. And then the line VDY, that means if you want to configure telnet or SSH on the router, that means you need to go through that line that is based upon the SSH and then telnet. So by default, these are the things that you can actually see within the RAM configuration. That means nothing has been configured in this router and it is type of a factory settings, and then nothing has been actually configured within this router. So this is, again, I'm going to repeat, this is the privilege mode, and I can view the RAM configuration. Whatever I have configured in this router, it's going to be seen over here. The only thing is that if you configure something and then the router actually gets started restarted on its own, or maybe the electricity fails and then your router gets turned off, and when you turn on, that means you're not going to get any kind of configuration back because you haven't saved it yet. So this is the RAM thing. That means, in another words, a running configuration. So this is how you can actually view the running configuration. To view running configuration or to view the RAM details, either you can run as the command show running configuration, or maybe you can do show a run. That also shows you the same thing, right? So in shortcut you can use a show run. More, that means if you want, if you're too lazy, that means you can use this as well. Show run, SHRUN. It shows you the same configuration based upon the running configuration or a RAM configuration. I repeat again, if you haven't saved the configuration, if you restarted it, that means it's going to erase it on its own. So always remember that to save the configuration. So I'm going to meet you on my next video, and then you can share it and then subscribe as well.